Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Mike Lee is in the crosshairs. I've been meaning to read on him for a while, and I keep forgetting about him. He keeps slipping away. Mike Lee is your senator from Utah, and he was one of the people that was early on promoting the idea of fake electors. And he was reaching out for about a month in like the November, December timeframe of 2020. He was reaching out to other members of Congress, trying to get them on board with the fake electors. Apparently, though, late December, early January, after being unable to convince many people to get on it and not seeing a lot going on in the state legislature showing that they would support it, he started having second thoughts that maybe this was a slippery slope they didn't want to go down. Yeah, insurrection that doesn't have a lot of support is not a good idea to go through with, right? Good self-preservation there, Mike. So he was not one of the senators that was supporting the kicking the votes back to the state legislatures in an act of self-preservation. Interestingly, Rudy Giuliani, in an attempt to call Tommy Tuberville, called Mike Lee instead and left a voicemail message on Mike Lee's voicemail, telling Tuberville that he needs to, keep trying to delay the election and give the state legislatures more time to put up fake electors, especially for the ones that were really close for wanting to flip over and sponsor fake electors and overturn their certified elections. To which Mike Lee did share that voicemail with, I think, the FBI, certainly with the proper authorities with that. But, he tried to downplay what his role was, but on news accounts and such. But the January 6th committee has, deposition testimony, which, you're not going to lie. You can lie to the news, but you can't necessarily lie in the deposition without consequences. So Mike Lee, what's going on with you? What's your story? By the way, he's also signed on with Ted Cruz and other senators about the Antiquities Act, basically wanting to make it easier for energy companies to come in and drill for oil on national landmarks, because that's who Mike Lee is. Okay, so what's going on with Mike Lee? Wheel of Fortune. He's not out of the woods. He is not out of the woods. He was part of the process, and he may not have been held to account the first time, but he's going to keep coming around again and again. Eventually, he's going to get his turn, and his turn is going to be his undoing. His actions with the fake electors will be held to account. Now, whether that's a political death or the end of his freedom and some incarceration, we will see. I'm guessing this is going to be a political death knell for him. Yep, and there's your election interference. Your election interference card. My election interference card. Yeah, he was a key player in the election interference, basically trying to put the end to our democracy. But I think this is going to put an end to his political career. In the past, Page of Wands. Okay, so as I was saying with the election interference and the fake electors, he was going out there advocating for the fake electors. He spent a month traveling, trying to spread the message, trying to overturn the election. And he ended up pausing that or ending that journey when he found out that it just wasn't going to work. Overturning the election wasn't going to work. Current situation is the Emperor. He's still beholden to Trump. There's still articles on, when I Googled his name, still articles where he's supporting Donald Trump. It says Donald Trump being president would be great for this country, yada, 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 yada. He is, he's tied himself to Trump. He's absolutely tied himself to Trump. He is okay with an authoritarian government, and him being in power under an authoritarian government. He's fighting off whatever challenges are coming at him currently. He's able to fend off So there hasn't been much success in bringing this guy down, and he's still continuing to trumpet and advocate for Trump. But he's going to face judgment for this. Obviously, the MAGA crowd are going to love him, but the non-MAGA crowd aren't. I'm really curious if Mitt Romney's book has anything to say about Mike Lee. And that might help spread some judgment on him for the next time that he's up for election, if he's not held criminally accountable before then. The outcome is the Queen of Swords. This could be a woman. This could be just the voters in Utah holding him to account for his actions and deeds. But this is not a great, if you're standing in the truth, this is not a bad card to have come up. If you're lying and BSing and doing obfuscating and just being trying to work in the shadows, this is not the person that you want showing up here, because this is going to be somebody who holds you to account. So we'll throw on his future here. So it looks like he's going to be held to account. Again, some of the tarot readers like Lena and Marianne, that Queen of Swords might represent Nancy Pelosi. That Queen of Swords, if you're looking for Republican energy, would be a Liz Cheney. Again, a very strong woman who has very strong opinions. She's organized. She can get people rallied around her. And, I don't agree with any of Liz's Ms. Cheney's politics, as it were. But I'm not going to deny her personality traits and her character. Again, I don't agree with it. I find it abhorrent. But that's her jam, not mine. Just think of Nancy Pelosi as being the opposite end of that spectrum. You have the same personality, just what you're fighting for is different. Speaking of fighting for, will Jack Smith investigation pull Mike Lee into it? They're going to want to talk to him. They're going to want to see what information he has. What things of value does he have that could help that investigation? And, acting a fool may not be the biggest crime, especially if you know that you're acting the fool. And it looked like he pulled out after he was realizing that he was playing the fool on this one. Now, he continues to play the fool, in my opinion, but Jack Smith is interested in documenting what happened on January 6th, and he's interested in prosecutions. And this just may be somebody who doesn't go to jail. These are like jail cell cards, bar cards. I think they might threaten him with incarceration for being a fool. I think this is going to be one of those. You better talk and you better give us the goods, or else, prison is looming for you. Doesn't that just warm your heart? In the past, the world card. Oh, interesting. So Mike Lee was in that last reading. We had the karma card, the Wheel of Fortune in the center. This is the closure of the Wheel of Fortune. This is all the books are closed now. Test is done. Put your pencils down. So after Jack Smith has completed his first round, I guess Donald Trump is the first round of the January 6th. After he's closed that one, now you go for that next wave of people. Mike Lee might very well be in that second wave, because you're talking a U.S. senator, you're talking somebody who was trying to popularize the idea of using these fake electors. So he's played a part in it, and he's going to face consequences. So here we go. Start talking about the backroom deals going on there. If you cooperate with the Department of Justice, you're going to get a much better deal than if you try and go dark and go rogue on them. The Lover's card. Who were you working with? What was the deal? you know, this is assuming we've got Trump at this point. So now you're going after lieutenants and such. And, you know, I was just noting, I don't normally notice the snake on the tree here, but it's like, you know, okay, you know, we got we know who did it. If they got Trump, now it's like we're going for the lieutenants. And which one of you guys is going to betray the lieutenants here? Who's going to be the snake? Justice. Oh, these are great cards. These are great cards if you like Justice. 3 major arcana, the World, the Lovers, and Justice card. 4th with the Fool card. You've got information. You played a fool, and you better work with us. Tell us who was involved in this plot, because they're going to face justice, and the more you tell us, the better off these scales are going to balance for you. He's got a choice. He might be one of those ones that they give a choice to. Oh, but Mike, are you not going to tell them? Oh, bad boy. 4 of Pentacles. This is holding on to your wealth, holding on to your identity, holding on to your values. Dude, if your values are overturning the United States, or at least getting, you know, fooled into the way of doing it, spill your guts. I don't think he's going to spill his guts. I suspect that Mike Lee may not get the deal that he wants, and so he tries to hold on to what he can. Now, maybe that 4 coins means he spills everything, and he's trying to hold on to his freedom and hold on to his position in society. That's entirely possible, but that's what a reasonable person would do. A reasonable person was just like, you know what? It was those guys, man. I'll tell you everything I know. Go easy on me. But I am just flabbergasted by how corrupt the Republicans are that have been involved in this insurrection. I'm still salty about the Paxton trial and those Republican state senators. He's a U.S. senator. Is he going to be any less partisan than those state senators? Maybe. Maybe he thinks he's untouchable. I don't know. I'm not hopeful that he's going to work with them, though. They're going to give him a big chance to do it, and that's fine. If he doesn't do it, go to prison. You want to go to prison longer? Hey, buddy, that's on you. I could care less. You should have made better choices. Okay, but that's my read on Mike Lee. Good luck. I look forward to seeing your name in the news in the next few years. Anyways, thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your likes and your shares and your comments to help feed the YouTube algorithm beast, which helps my video get out to more viewers. And for those newer viewers that have just found this channel, hey, welcome to the channel. Hope you found these videos enlightening and entertaining, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.